my scrappy friends, welcome to the Spiegelmom Scraps channel. This is Hannah with you, and I am working on a layout for this month. Now this month we are focusing on flowers and recycled or reused things. So I am using up some of the stuff that I got from last month from our hop and collaboration with Paper House Designs. I have tons of this beautiful colorful paper, and I'm going to mix it with a picture that's not so colorful, but I'm also going to pull in some elements from some old collections and from a layout that I actually made for Spiegelmom Scraps when I scrap lifted Cat Benjamin. I made these flowers that or like palm flower leaves that I watercolored. So I'm going to be using those, and I'm super excited. I'm just going to layer and make this really colorful because my photo is not, which is supposed to, I wanted that drasticness of the layout being really colorful and bright, and the photo not being so, and having a lot of white. So you kind of get that contrast of light and dark and stuff like that. So super fun. I'm going to be mixing quite a few stuff together, so lots of different collections, which this is the nice thing when you're kind of pulling things from your stash and then incorporating different elements that you've used before in with newer stuff. It just kind of makes it nice and fun, I find. So yeah, so I'll make sure that I have a link to the Spiegelmom Scraps Store. Don't forget to check out the store and use Jody's code at the end of the month. It is her birthday, and she's doing a really some fun stuff going on back at the end of the month. So be sure to check out the store. Be sure to check out all of our ads and stuff so that you can find out the different codes that you can use to get ready for that. And so I'm just layering. I'm mixing some of last year's Oasis collection. That was their Crepe Paper Summers collection, but I'm mixing it with that envelope and that sticker from this year's Crepe Paper Here and There collection. And so they're both travel themed. And then I'm going to end up using some Dear Lizzie too, but in a minute I'm going to pull in these leaves that I had, and this is my recycled element. Now this is kind of a play on the flowery theme that we have this month because there are no real flowers on this layout except for the florally aspects of those fronds that I had. But really this is my hoping and thinking of summer and flower element, and I thought that that would be kind of a fun way to use that concept that we have this month to just kind of, you know, be playful and be like, hey, it's snowing here and I wish it wasn't. I'm also using some of these triangles from the Dear Lizzie paper. Now this isn't from their in Paper House Design actually has a triangle paper that is gorgeous. And I didn't use those because I didn't really want all of the orangey. They have a lot of orange and yellow colors, and I was not wanting to tie that much of that color in. I really wanted to keep with the blue and pink kind of look. So, I mean, there is a little yellow, but not a lot. And I know the leaves that I did, I watercolored those with different shimmer sprays. So I'm not exactly sure what colors I use, so I will go and I will make sure I look that up, and I'll have that linked in the info boxes so that you can see what I used. And I know a lot of the shimmer sprays and stuff are on sale so that we can get some new stuff. So yay for that, right? So definitely be on the lookout for that. And I use those Chamel the aqua words. I wish it had an S at the end instead of so it would say dreams instead of dream, but that's okay. I know it's not the grammar isn't perfect, and that's okay with me. I'm not super picky. Actually, I have horrible grammar, if you can imagine, and I'm okay with that. I did layer all this up, and I love that ampersand that has the flowers. It's just really tropically, and I'm adding these Dear Lizzie copper colored, and that works with the copper washi tape and all that good stuff. So at this point, I'm just going to be looking through the stickers and looking for uh, more of the finishing type of touches and um, and that kind of thing. And if there's anything else I want to layer um, around. So I really love that pineapple, so I'm going to stick that in there. And I wanted to stick something in that pocket because I have that really fun pocket from the Here and There collection. But in the end, I decided not to stick anything in there because I didn't really want to have to be fiddling around with pulling it out. And I wanted to be able to see my journaling. I don't always do that. I don't always have my journaling out, but I thought that it would be kind of nice. Now, when you see the close-ups of the photo, I don't know if my journaling is on there yet or not. I know I did add it later, and so I'm just kind of playing around where I think I want to use that tag, and I want to use that travel-y paper that you can see um, the paper punched, like it's lined paper. And I thought about using some of these fronds just to kind of bring in another floral, tropically feel, but I decided not to. I kind of really just wanted to keep it a little bit more simple, I guess. And I say that, and it's not really all that simple. There's a lot of layers and stuff going on, but I didn't want to overcomplicate it. I think that sometimes I can overdo that, and like you want to give space for the next fun part, which is adding some sequins and adding some of the last bits of it stuff. I did go through a few of the sticker elements that I had left from Paper House Designs, and they have these beautiful butterflies, so I added one to the side. You'll see that in the close-up. It's just really nice and fun. And so here is where I ended up putting the tag in that piece of paper. It just kind of works up. I know it kind of makes the layout a little bit more heavy and weird because it would have been nice to have all that open space, but I really kind of like it. It's a little bit different than the style that I usually go up in design wise. I am going to be mixing a few of the color cast stars that I have there because I had used some of the Dear Lizzie stars, but I'm going to pull out the Sunny Winter collection, and I'll link to that in the store. And I'm just gonna put my glue down. I like to put my glue down first and just kind of have an idea of where I want, and then if I want to add a few more sequins later on, I can. The only advice I would say, if you're gonna do this, make sure that you pay attention to where you put them so that you don't end up with a glob of glue on one of the spots that doesn't have any sequins. So I have done that, and then I've like stuck my finger in it, and then you end up with the smuts from your finger on your layout, and that doesn't look so good. So I do like to use Tombow glue with my sequins. I know a lot of people like to use the little zots, or like the little adhesive dots, which is definitely an option. I just don't like it because I found that in places that I've lived, they've popped off a lot easier than the glue. I like to use glossy accents. I find that that holds a lot better than the Tombow, and the Tombow really gets stuck to your fingers, but Tombow is what I have, and I like the green and not the blue kind. The blue really works a lot better for paper type elements that you're adhering to paper and not necessarily the sequins. So, but I really liked that when Sunny Winter, it really brings in and ties in a lot of those blues, but has a few extra pops of like a yellow and some lighter colors that kind of just work really, really well with this. So This is my first layout. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you around the community, and definitely show us what you are making with your Spiegelmom Scraps stuff. We'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.